Greetings, beloved. Welcome to Eden Media, particularly Planning for Success series. We are going to do the introduction to understand what we are going to be looking at, just to touch the surface of the series and maybe a little bit of the details on the things that we are going to do. So let's stay tuned. For those of you joining me for the first time, let us subscribe. For those of you who are joining me for maybe second, third, and more than that, I welcome you once more. With that being said, let us dive into this video. Planning for Success is the title of our series, and today we start by reading from the Bible in the book of Colossians 3:23 and 24, where the Bible records to say, "Whatever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ." So we are encouraged in this verse that in our work or in whatever that God has blessed us to do, let us do it to His glory, or maybe to glorify Him and not glorify maybe men, our CEOs, our managers, and people around us, or maybe our supervisors. Many of the times we find that we do work to please people, and that's why we fail. So it is easier that we are to realize we are to do things for God. If we are to glorify Him, our CEOs, the people who are in charge of us, will be pleased as well. We read from the book of Messages to Young People by Ellen G. White, where she writes to say, "Young men should have broad ideas, wise plans that they may make the most of their opportunities. They should catch the inspiration and courage that animated the apostles." As youths, when we are growing and maturing into adulthood, we start to have plans, we start to begin to have different ideas, learning on how to provide the best basic needs for ourselves, things that we are also taught by people around us and our parents. We see that in those things that we are taught, we realize to say that we need to be successful and live a happy life. But the question that we are to understand is where are we seeking this success and the happy lives that we need to live? We should understand that we are in a fallen world. This world, which is broken, full of sins, is a place where most of us seek to be successful and seek to live happy lives. In this series, we are going to look on how we are to seek that success and to live happy in this fallen world that we live in. So we have two characters here, Joseph and John the Baptist. We see that these people in the Bible, Joseph particularly moved from prison to palace, while John the Baptist moved from prison to the tomb. Between these two people, which one would you say was successful? Success is a word which is relative, or maybe it doesn't have a definite definition, but it depends on how we define it and the perception that we have over it. Many of us may define Joseph to be successful on John the Baptist, and I can say John the Baptist was successful over Joseph. We see that success, as I've said, is a word that doesn't have a specific definition. Success is not attained by accident, but it is deliberate. Being deliberate means that it is something that has been planned, or maybe measures have been put. Success isn't something that we just one day wake up from our dreams, or maybe wake up in the morning and realize that we are successful. No, it doesn't come by accident, but we know that success is something that is deliberate. We see that this series are going to help us become good stewards, as well as have better financial principles. As we tend to grow as youth, we are going to know how to manage our finances, how to plan for the future, and how to live today and enjoy life as we are waiting for our Savior to come. No matter who you are or where you live, money and finances are going to be part of our life. Whether we like it or not, we will need money at one point to provide the basic needs that we are to have each day, or maybe anything that we would like to get for ourselves. We are going also to see at some of the practical steps that are going to help us be successful, that can also help us avoid falling into small pitfalls or common pitfalls, as well as texts that we can avoid, at least attain our financial success. In finishing, I would like to read this text which says, our business or calling is part of God's plan. So as long as it is done or conducted in accordance with His will, He Himself is responsible for the results, and we are laborers together with God. Therefore, our part is to be faithful compliance with His directions. So that was it for this video. I hope in this introduction we've learned one or two things, and we've had a clear view on what we are going to be looking at and what we are going to see in the next series on planning for success. So I hope you've been blessed. Let us invite others, let us invite friends to watch and learn more, so that we can grow together and be successful one day, as we are called to be. From us, Eden Media, we say thank you for joining us. See you soon. Eden shall blossom again.